Hey guys, so it's been a while. Not even gonna bore you with a long-winded explanation of why I have not been filming. Basically, I've just been really stressed out. I've had so much going on the past couple of months, and finally I feel like, everything's calm, and I just moved in to a new house, so that's why the background is different. And BTW, in the move, I lost my tripod, therefore I cannot film on my Canon camera, so yeah, you're stuck with MacBook quality for now. But I'll buy one soon enough. But yeah, so I just feel like, everything's finally calmed down in my life, so I feel like, filming can now be a thing. So yeah. Okay, so basically, at the beginning of the school year, I started taking a class, and it is called Reader's Workshop, and it made me obsessed with reading. So basically that's why I'm doing this, because I have so many books that I bought in the past couple of months, and I just want to share them with you, tell you what I liked or disliked about them. And yeah, so if any of these books you want a deeper review on, just let me know on any of these books. I haven't read 3 of them yet, which, I'll eventually read them. But other than that, I read all these, so let's get started. So the first one is The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks, and I was telling my grandma about how I read one of his books, and she was like, oh, here, take this one. And yeah, so I'm gonna eventually read this, but yeah. And isn't this a movie with Zac Efron? And I love Zac Efron, so definitely gonna read this and then watch the movie. The next one I have, I feel like I've hauled this before, but I'm really not 100% sure, so just gonna haul it again if I have already. So this is John Green's Paper Towns, and I haven't read it yet because I read another one of his books in the beginning of the year, the school year, and I was not a huge fan of it, so I have kind of been backing off of his books and stuff. I've read Looking for Alaska, I've read An Abundance of Catherines, which is the one that I didn't really like, and then The Fault in Our Stars. I was really disappointed with Abundance of Catherines because Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska are so good, and then that one just wasn't. But I have that in the haul, so I'll talk about that after. The next one is Nicholas Sparks' Vendetta Road. Actually reading this right now, I'm on page 20 something, and so far they've really just introduced characters, so I don't really know how the book's gonna be, but so far it isn't bad. So yeah. Moving on to books that I have read. The first one I have is Nicholas Sparks' The Longest Ride, and I liked this book. I don't know, it was kind of weird because the beginning is a little bit boring, and then the middle is a little bit boring, and I have problems, I swear I have ADD, because if a book is boring for half a second, I just stop reading it. With this one, I kind of trucked through because I really loved the couple in this, Luke and Sophia. I really loved them, so I was like, you know what, I can make it through. And it ended really well. I love the ending, and it was pretty good overall. I'd probably give it a 6 or 7 out of 10. By the way, 0 is it was the worst book I've ever read. I'm never I want to burn it, stuff like that. And then 5 out of 10 is oh, it wasn't good, wasn't bad. And then 10 out of 10 is perfection. So I'm just letting you guys know my scale. So yeah, 7 out of 10. The next one is Taking Chances by Molly McAdams. Molly McAdams is my favorite author, and this is my favorite book. This gets an 11 out of 10. This is straight perfection. If I could marry a book, I would marry this book. If I could live in a book, I would live in this book. The characters, I connected so much with them. Literally, I love them so much. And this book makes you question your morals. Literally, you're just whoa, that is so messed up. But since Harper's doing it, it's not messed up anymore because Harper can do whatever she wants. So yeah, basically, I love this book a lot, and it was amazing. So I 100% recommend this one. By the way, all these books, I either bought them at Target or Barnes & Noble, and also they all ranged between $10 and $20. The next book I have is Forgiving Lies by Molly McAdams, and this was also really good. Again, Molly is my favorite author. My only problem with this book, which it's I love it and I hate it, is that it's narrated from Cash and Rachel, who are the 2 main characters. So you can see both sides of the argument, which I like, but I don't like that I get confused on who's talking. I've read a whole chapter thinking it was Cash, but it was really Rachel, and that just confuses me, and I don't like that. But overall, the book was great. It was so eventful and really, really good. But I just didn't like that aspect to it. And also, I've read her book called From Ashes, which was amazing, but it also did that, and I didn't really like that. So yeah. But overall, this book is probably I would give it an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. Next book is Eleanor and Park, and this book was amazing. Oh my god. This is my second favorite book. Like, literally, oh god. My favorite thing, like, I have a couple favorite things about this book. My first favorite thing is that it's about high school students. In most of my books, either they're out of high school or like they're not attending high school at the moment. So yeah, this one was different, and I just also love that they weren't like, you know, in Forgiving Lies and in Taking Chances, like the way that they describe the people, it's like they're all beautiful and really attractive. And in this one, like, they weren't like that, and it was just, I don't know, their love is like the cutest thing ever. So you should read this book. I would give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't as good as Taking Chances, but it was very, very close, and I love this book. The next one I have is When Will the Heaven Begin? And this is the Ben Breedlove book. And if you've been on YouTube, like, you know who Ben Breedlove is. He was friends with Megan Hart's makeup, and there's actually like a section about her, which is kind of funny. And there's a picture of her in here. This book is a lot different, as you can tell from the books, from the other books that I bought. I kind of just saw his face and I was like, you know what, I want to read this. And it was so amazing. I cried like 8 different times. Like, it was just so good just seeing how positive he was, even though his situation was like absolutely terrible. And I don't know, it was just really nice. And just like recently, like, well, it was a couple months ago, someone close to me died, and you know, reading this book and the next book I'm about to talk about, it just like really helped me like kind of cope with that. I don't know how to explain it, but basically this book was really, really awesome, and I definitely recommend it. So I could probably give this like a 9 out of 10. Next one I literally read in a day. It was the first day of February break, and I just sat down and read it. And I'm gonna be honest, the reason I read it so fast was because I hated it at first. Like, literally, I was like reading like the first chapter, absolutely hated it because I don't like mean people, and this girl is so rude and mean, like, in the beginning, and I just didn't like the character. And my mom was mad at me for buying this book because I literally bought like 5 books at once, and she was like, Soraya, you don't need all those books. So like, I was like reading it to like prove her wrong. I was gonna read it really fast, and then I hated it, and I just kept reading it because I was like, I need to prove my mom wrong. But then it ended up being absolutely amazing. But basically, this is about a girl. She dies on the same day. Like, she keeps like reliving the same day, and like she dies at the end is basically what I'm trying to say. And I just loved it because it like just really talked about like how final things are and stuff like that. And I don't know, I kind of like needed it at the time. So yeah, was definitely helpful, and I don't know, I really liked it. At the beginning you will hate Sam because she's a total bitch, but like as the story goes on, you grow to like her a lot. Bottom line is, this book was really, really good, and I completely recommend it. Those are all the books that I have bought since like Christmas, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to do more book related videos because I've just been obsessed with them. And yeah, so again, if you want a more in-depth review on any of these books, I will be more than happy to do one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to try to film more regularly now. And yeah, okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.